What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow YouTubers, all of you a bit, welcome to this Constitution class Temporal Light Cruiser, and that is a tier 6 review, and today we're going to do the aesthetic review. Now, I think I've covered this ship in my previous aesthetic reviews, and Cryptic made a tier 6 version of this ship, and everybody's so excited. It's crazy. So we are here right now at the website of Cryptic, and that's ARC, and this is that ship that we're going to do a review about. This is basically that TNG, you know, the next generation James Kirk ships or ship, and we're going and Cryptic basically made a tier 6 version of that class. Is a Constitution, and it's going to be awesome. Now, first of all, let's go through the statistics. As it says right here, there is a defensive configuration, offensive or support configuration. That is basically part of that molecular level through the use of the molecular reconstruction, and that is just a beam. All of these new ships that Cryptic has, has been making, they have like these awesome abilities that actually are tied up to all of the ships that you're currently flying with, and that's just awesome. So that's that. This starship features a commander engineering / temporal operative bridge officer seat and a lieutenant commander universal command bridge officer seat. So that's really awesome. Now this is only available for the Federation, the Starfleet faction. It is a tier 6, like we already said. Minimum required rank Rear Admiral level 40 and hull strength 41,250 hit points at level 50, or at level 40, sorry, and 47,437 hit points at a level 50, and a whopping 55,000 hit points at level 60. That is the one that we're going to get, because obviously my character is level 60. Shield modifier, a really high 1.175, and has 5 weapons on the front and has 3 weapons on the aft, 4 device slots that you can equip all of your devices on, and that is just enough for all of your devices that you can actually have. Console modification, 4 tactical, 4 tactical, 4 engineering, and 3 science. Basically it's like an equivalent of a scimitar, but it only has like, an 5-3 configuration on the weapons. Nice, right? Really, really cool. Bridge officer station, as you guys might have noticed, I'm going to skip this part. I'm going to showcase it in the game itself. I find it really easier to display this thing rather than just talk about it. Base turn rate of 11.5 degrees, impulse modifier of 0.15, an inertia rating of 45, plus 5 to all powers, and also has all of these 3 ships for the Federation, for the Klingon, and for the Romulan side. They have the same universal console, that is the Omnius device. No idea what that's going to do, but we're going to learn right here. Molecular reconstructions, like we already talked about. It also has a cruiser ability package, absorption plating, rapid repairs, enhanced plating, armored hull, and build to last. That is a starship trait that we're going to unlock. Command cruiser array, so shield frequency modulation, weapon system efficiency, and attract fire. Nice, right? Not bad at all. So right here I just won this thing by opening the R&D boxes. You guys know how that goes. Right now there is a promotion. There is like R&D packages are 20% off. They usually cost about 1,000, so now they cost 800. I know what you guys are thinking. How many R&D boxes did he open? Well, I got this one on the 3rd box, or the 3rd set boxes that I opened. So that's basically 12 boxes that I opened from the R&D packages, and I got this one on the last box. So a little bit pricey. So it's about 2,400 lobai that I just spent on this, and this is with the 20% off. So normally it's going to cost you 3,000 just to get one of these, or at least based off of what I did. So don't hold me to it. You know, people have actually got this thing like on the first try. People, you know, it varies from person to person. Basically, it is a luck factor. So here we go. We are a Federation character, so we're going to get the Constitution. Temporal Light Cruiser. Awesome. Information. Basically, what we just read. Yada yada yada. I'm not going to go through this thing again, but I'm going to read this thing right here. A legendary Federation cruiser equipped with the molecular reconstruction technology, allowing it to assume one of 3 different configurations in battle. The ship is one of the ominous devices that allows for the execution of the infamous carbomite maneuver. I'm not really on next generation. Why am I saying next generation? The original series fanboy, if you can say it like that. I was brought up with Next Generation and Voyager, so I do apologize for being a little bit lacking in knowledge for this carbomite maneuver. Yeah, so. Oh, this is something that might interest you guys. So the Temporal Light Cruiser is going to be from the Federation one. The Temporal Battle Cruiser is going to be for the Klingon one. And the Talis Temporal Warbird is going to be for the Romulan faction, obviously. So let us unpack this baby. Hopefully we're going to have an outfit. Outfit unlocked? What is that all about? Anyway, USS Roosevelt. No way. Let's go with random something. Nelson, no. Ori, how about that? Ori, the USS Ori. I know all of you guys. Oh, wait a minute. You already have a ship. Okay, so we need to change that right here. I have a Ori, USS Ori. Okay, where did it go to? Crap. Now these are all of my current. Oh, here, Roosevelt. Ready. Rename. We had Ori in mind. Okay. There we go. Name changed. So, like we mentioned before, 5-3 weapon configuration. We have a deflector, impulse, warp shield. That's just the basic stuff. Device slots for devices. 4 rooms for your device slots that you can basically add some temporal shielding of temporal hit points if you want to, and all of that goodies. 4 engineering console slots, 3 science, and 4 tactical. What the hell is this cube like thingy? Ominous device. Okay, let's go through that information right away because it's weird. The Temporal Light Cruiser, yada yada yada, comes equipped with the Omnious Device Universal Console. Activating this ability will execute the Corombite maneuver. Nearby enemy starship will flee from you from a very brief period before realizing they have been duped. Affected foes will have their damage resistance and defense reduced significantly for a short time. Okay. This console provides a passive bonus to all damage. Wow, nice. Only ever equipped it on these ships. Nice. So plus 20% all damage. What? Holy moly. 20% all damage. Nice. Okay, so activating this ability. We just read about that. So affected foes, 5 enemies at maximum 5 kilometers sphere. That's basically all of the abilities in Star Trek Online. Space weapons that are actually going to be affected by. So space combat is going to be a 5 kilometer sphere radius. 1 second to activate, and it has 2-minute cooldown, 2-minute recharge. 2 foe current engine power set to 125. What? Unable to attack you for 5 seconds, and the current weapon power shield power and auxiliary power has been set to 25. Now these are all of the foes that are going to be affected by this Corbomite maneuver. So it's going to go right away to full impulse 125. The weapons, the shield and auxiliary power level is going to be set to 25. So it's going to drop all of the weapon, shield and auxiliary. Is going to have all of its engine at maximum at 125. Plus 50 flight speed for 5 seconds. Minus 99 flight turn rate for 5 seconds. And minus 33 all damage resistance rating for 20 seconds. And also increased damage to shield by 33% for 20 seconds. So all of your enemies are going to be flying away to whatever point that they're actually pointing at maximum impulse engine. They're not going to be able to turn. They're not going to be able to attack you. Their damage resistance rating is going to be lowered, and their damage to shield is going to be increased by 33%. So they're going to take more damage for the duration of 20 seconds. Wow, this thing is awesome. This universal console. God damn, I want one of those. Oops, I already have one. Okay, so let's go and do a little bit of customization to this thing. Well, it's a little bit late, but here it goes. What you guys are going to see right now, I am going to customize this ship just a little bit, or at least see what kind of customization we can do to this vessel. After this, we are going to go into space. Then we're going to equip all of the different space shielding engines and deflector dish, and we're going to be amazed at the visuals that we're going to enjoy on this awesome looking ship right here. After that, I don't know if there is a unique bridge. No, so there isn't a unique bridge, just the universal one that I currently can select something else. But I'm going to go to the bridge. After the bridge tour, we're going to take this thing into combat, and we're going to see how this thing is going to perform. Now I do want to say one thing. I am at the triple test server, so that's why you guys did not see any of the other players around me. I haven't unlocked all of the reputation system yet, so yeah. So that's why I'm right here. I just copy pasted my character, so that's something I do. Okay, so trying to customize this thing. I can't actually zoom further than this. This is it, actually. And at first glance, it totally does not look like the tier. What was it? The tier 2 that I did a review about. It totally is like an upgraded version of that. So this is the Constitution refit version, and we have the Excalibur version. What? Oh wow, look at this. This is awesome. This is like a super updated version of that thing, of the Constitution refit. Nice. Oh, this thing is definitely cool. Cool. It's cool. I like. This is awesome. Upside down. Left, top, front, rear, bottom, rear. Nice. Okay, so we have different type of windows. Okay, so unfortunately I cannot zoom in more than this, so you guys have to focus your view on these window types right here. So we got type 1 right there. Hello? Shouldn't you be changing the window types when I do this? Oh, don't tell me this is bugged already. Okay, maybe on the Excalibur we got different window types? No? What? Okay, so apparently we don't have any window types options. We just have type 1 all over the place. Oh man, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so well, I can actually show you the window types. Hopefully we are going to have different material types. We have different material types. There we go. Okay, this is looking something familiar to me right now. Okay, this is nice. Look at this. kind of like gold plated up here, gold striping all over the place. And that deflector dish, they had to accumulate lots of gold to do that. Material type 1, that is basically the one that came with standard. Let's go to number 2. Or was it number 2? Yeah, it was number 2. Sorry. So number 1 is a little bit different because you guys can see the difference right here on the deflector dish. And wow, this is like nice. Did not notice that one before. Right here we got some cool features. That deflector dish has so many lines coming out of that. It's gonna be nice to look at that from our perspective while we zoom all the way in. Type 3. Wow, nice. I love this thing. I actually love this thing. Cool. Type 4. Oh my god, this is scary. Nice. Oh wow, cool. Definitely love the blackish contour on the sausage section as well. On the nice. This is awesome. Let's see, we have type 5. What is this all about? Type 5. Cool. And we have the veteran option because we are a lifetime member as of lately. And oh my god. I wish they could like turn this pivot point a little bit more to the center, because now it's like really on a upper window type right here, so it's like all the way above, and if we turn this thing like the nacelles are all the way we can't actually see anything, the sausage sections. Come on, man, work it. But I definitely love this part, these lines up here that are crazy. Oh, this ship is really awesome. Nice. Let's go to advanced. Can we? Okay, so we can also change this individual hull nacelles, neck pile and saucer section, and maybe like, you know, I don't know, do some kind of hybrid like this. Excalibur here, Vesper there, Vesper there. Wow, so many options right here. A lot of different options that you guys can change. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel all the changes because I want this one to be as standard as it is coming out of the box, because not a lot of you are having all of the all of the other options that are basically bought with Zen and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go with the standard default option, and I'm going to display it as it is. The Constitution class. Nice. Let me just remove a trait that I have. Pedal to the metal. Let me just remove that. Okay, now I'm just gonna go to a place where I can have some peace and quiet. And as you guys can see, this is the ship totally zoomed out. It is tiny when you're like zoomed all the way out, and this is as much as you can zoom in on this thing. And it's banking a lot, to be honest. Okay, so this is quite far enough for me to display all of the visuals. Now this is what it is, how it looks like when it's coming out of the box. This is basically the default skin. Let's just leave it at that. This is the default skin as it comes out of the box. Everybody has been watching Star Trek Online from the early beginnings have some They all have a little bit of a nostalgia moment right here. Kind of a familiarity moment for you guys. But anyway, let's continue with all of the visuals. Now we're going to start off with the adaptive Mako space set. So that's the deflector. This is going to be the impulse. Now there is a okay, so this is a new icon for the warp core, and also the that's the Aegis. That is the adaptive Mako. All three pieces of that thing is going to make this ship look like this. And let me just bang so you guys can see the ship in its full details. So you guys see that animation from the deflector dish. Real cool to see all of these details on the ship. That is real cool. Real cool. We are flying James T. Kirk, his ship, man. That's awesome. Okay, so let's go with the Aegis space set next up for grabs. Here we go with the Aegis space set. Okay. This is totally something that I did not expect. I expected a little bit more details on the saucer section, but it's like lacking in every way. What is up with that? Underneath we got some really cool circle lines up here and on the nacelles as well. Some outlines. Really awesome hangar bay doors up here. On top of the saucer section, it is not. Anyway, moving on to the Borg space set. All three pieces of that is going to make this thing. Oh, this is awesome. Ooh, look at that big deflector dish right there from the Borg. Yeah. From the Borg reputation, that is where you can get all of these three pieces. That enhancement to the engine, the enhancement to the nacelles. Oh, that's awesome. I always love watching the Borg deflector dish. Look at this thing. This thing is huge, man. Oh, that's crazy. All right, let us do something else. What is this? Counter command space set. Counter command. Here we go. What? Nice. Okay. The underneath part could use a little bit of touch me up. Touch me upper. If you guys know what I'm referring to, write me down on the comment section below. Nice. But I do love the overall design right here. Cool. Oh, even these details up here, those lines that are really awesome. Counter Command space set, definitely one of my favorites as of late. It is working on so many new ships. They're doing such a good job with all of the details. I definitely love the way that they made the upper part on the saucer section. That is so cool. That is awesome. What is this? Delta? Delta. Here we go with the Delta space set. Some really cool red lines going through the ship. That is something that I definitely am a fan of. A little bit of I don't know if it's called color blocking or something like that, but some type of color that is basically changing the way a ship is basically designed for, like from all the way from the front to the back. You kind of see these red lines that are awesome. And here we go with the Dyson. Wow. Let's see how this thing is going to change with the Dyson space set. Look at this. A Constitution class with a Dyson space set. Oh, this is just a beauty right here. This is nice. Oh, definitely love the pink glow on top with the pinkish lines, the white glow when the sunlight is hitting it. That is just awesome. Oh, this part right here, definitely love it. Now you kind of can see that somebody did not really make a good design up here, because these lines kind of intersect at some places, but not all of them. And it's going to be apparent right here. So these lines don't match, this line don't match, those don't match. But it's all good. I mean, it is good to look at this thing with a Dyson space set. Let's move on. What is this? Iconian. No, that's the wrong one. Iconian and Iconian. All three pieces of the Iconian space set. Nice, right? Nice deflector dish animation. Love that from the Iconian space set. Now there are a couple of space sets out there that definitely have their own unique animation, and especially like if you guys are looking at the engine wake, there are definitely some space sets out there that have their own unique engine output engine wake. That's so cool. That is awesome. Especially the Breen one. The Breen is like, it's always chilling to me. That bluish like refrigerator glow, that is just awesome. And we're going to showcase that just a little bit later. Right now, the Jem'Hadar. Those are the Jem'Hadar engines, so we need the shields. There we go. All three pieces of the Jem'Hadar is making this ship look like this. Now be honest, guys, be honest. Don't you guys want to fly this thing just to have that unique feeling? Like, to my knowledge, I don't know, maybe at the end or anything like that to the series of the original series, did Kirk actually blow this ship up? Did they actually, you know, like Picard and, you know, went through the ships like crazy? But did like Kirk ever blew the ship up in some kind of episode when they had like, you know, some kind of enemy that they couldn't handle, and they just had to blow the ship up. I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea, because let me know in the comment section, because if you guys recommend me a particular episode, I'm definitely going to watch that. Even though those episodes, you know, by these days is standards, those are like so bad, but still, you know, because I'm gonna keep an open eye, as it were. And and I'm gonna you know, I'm gonna watch that entire episode. So let me know in the comment section below. I definitely want to see if they blew this thing up or not. The Kobali doesn't offer any changes to the visuals. The Mako we already did with the adaptive version. There is no difference between these two, the adaptive and the normal Mako, so I'm going to skip that one. The new car deflector has a little bit of difference to the visuals, as you guys are seeing right there. Kind of makes the ship look like it's been into battle, and you know, some kind of like battle when you, like, you know, you lost a little bit of hull plating all over the place, so you have these gaps. And it looks good. Oh, love the deflector dish. Totally changes in color when you're like equipping all of the different space sets on this thing, and it is real cool. It kind of loses a little bit of detail when it's like not facing the sunlight, when it's like on the shadow side, but you guys can definitely see that this is the new car space set, and really a big hint is like the deflector dish and the engine wick. I don't know if any other engine on the Reputation or otherwise produce like a yellow glow or engine wake, but I think the new car is the only one that does that. Mako we already did. The Omega Force is next up in line. Here we go. Oh, nice details right here on the deflector dish. Not a lot of details on the ship's hull, to be honest. Well, we have a couple of struts up here all over the saucer section. We have a little bit of just subtle changes to this, the nacelles as well. Okay, I definitely love this thing. It's just a little finer touch, and the engines are spewing out lots of fire in space. That is always awesome to look at. That's nice. That is definitely nice. All right, moving on. Quantum Phase, no different in visuals. The Riemann set definitely has some cool inventory full again, man. Okay, Riemann. 1, 2, 3, a space set from the Riemann. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is so awesome. This is, wow. Scary ship right here. Riemann. Well, the next one, as you probably have noticed, is going to be the Romulan. And I definitely love the Romulan space set visuals, just enough to make that difference. So you guys can notice, oh, you are using the Romulan visuals right there. That is cool. That is nice. All right, let's equip something else. Quantum phase, no visual. Soul defense, no visual. Solane, no visual. Let us skip the temporal defense. Let's do that as last, and let's go with the Terran task force. And then my inventory is full again. Crap. What can we discard? No, it doesn't really matter because I'm in Tribble right now, so it doesn't really matter what items I discard. I don't have them. I have, like, you know, all the items on the holodeck, so it doesn't really matter. So here goes the Terran Task Force space set. That is definitely one of my favorite. Look at this. Isn't this like a beauty? Look at this. This is awesome. It's just awesome. And I've never noticed this part right here. So it has like a cross section. Nice. Definitely cool to look at. Cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. Alrighty, let's go with the Breen space set, engines, and the shieldings. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And can you guys see what I mean with that refrigerator chill? That engine wake is giving me, like, you know, always is giving me like chills down the spine because it's like cold. And the Breen know what cold is. Real cool to see this thing fly. Alright, so the last one that we're going to showcase is the Temporal Defense Space Set. So we got the engines, deflector, and the shielding. There we go. And some of you, or most of you, are calling this space set the Disco Space Set. And you guys are awesome. Thank you so much, man, for your support. You guys are awesome. Definitely. You guys are really, really cool. And you guys are definitely why I do this, all of these videos. That is such an awesome thing that you guys are doing. And even those guys that are correcting me, because lately I even got a correction in the way I pronounced Lobi. Lobi. I should pronounce it Lobi. It's still good. I still love all of you guys, even the ones that are giving a thumbs down on my video. I still love you guys, and do you know why? Because you are contributing to this channel, man. That is the sole purpose. You are making this thing a beauty, and I'm talking about the channel right now, not the ship. The ship is your beauty on its own. Doesn't need any of oh wow, this thing is definitely, what was it? Was it somewhere right here? If we disable all of the visuals, that it kind of reminds you guys of Kirk's Enterprise right here. Doesn't this bring you back like nostalgia? Wow, this is awesome that they brought up this ship right here. That is cool. Anyway, I'm just gonna do a quick tour of that bridge. Now I know. Wait a minute. Didn't I have? No, I don't have the original series bridge. I don't think so. No, I don't think I have that one in my arsenal. So I'm just gonna go with the universal bridge. I thought I bought a pack that was like unlocked with all of the bridges of that era, like the original series. I don't know. So this is like the universal one. I'm not even gonna waste time. Leave. You guys have seen this bridge in all of my other videos, so I do apologize for this. Maybe I'll cut this part right out of the video because it's just a waste of time. Let's go to the Delta Quadrant. No, wait a minute. What am I doing? So we already talked about the statistics of the Omnis device. That is really awesome. Plus 20% all damage. When you hit this thing, this Corbomite maneuver, all of your enemies are going to go at full impulse in the direction that they're basically facing. They're not going to be able to attack you. Their engine power is going to go at 125. Their weapon shield and auxiliary is going to drop to 25. Flight turn rate and flight speed is going to go down for them, so they're not going to be able to turn. Damage resistance is going to be lowered, and damage taken by shield is going to be 33% more for 20 seconds. So this thing is really awesome, and it's going to be available in all factions. So the Klingons, Romulans, and Federation are going to have the same thing, and that's just a awesome ability. Now let's talk about the Starship Mastery. Level 1 is going to give you absorption plating, so physical and kinetic damage resistance by 25. Level 2 rapid repair, so you're going to regenerate 752.5 hull or 1.25% of your current max every 3 seconds in space. Twice this amount is regenerated out of combat. Now I do have to say one thing. All of these numbers are basically bound to my character. Like if your character has like a totally different route, my character is a tactical. If you are using an engineer, these numbers could change, so keep that in mind. Don't go based off what you guys are seeing in this video. Also, enhanced hull plating to plus 25 all energy damage resistance rating, and also plus 25 radiation damage resistance rating. Level 4 armored hull, so plus 10% hull hit points. And level 5 is that unlockable trait, build to last. Hull healing bridge officer ability grants plus regen minus weapon power costs. What? Oh, what? Oh, this is awesome. So plus 0.3 hull regeneration every 20 seconds, so increases as hull hit points decreases. So if your hull hit points right now is at 100, if they are lower, like let's say 60 or something like that, the amount of hull regeneration for 20 seconds is going to increase as long as your hull is not at 100% or at least higher amount. And also minus 33% weapon power cost for 20 seconds. So you're going to be able to hit your enemy with your weapons, or at least the power for your weapons that they actually utilize from your weapon power is going to be reduced by 33%. Nice, not bad at all. Definitely love this thing. Definitely need to level this thing all the way up. Stations, we have a lieutenant commander universal and a command station. We have a lieutenant commander tactical station, a lieutenant commander science station, and a command engineering and temporal ops station. What? This thing is... Wait a minute. Why haven't I unlocked this guy? I need to promote him. Promote. What is up with this? Doesn't have the fourth ability. Okay, I guess that's just a little bug then. Because I don't know what is up with that. Let's use you so we can have a little bit of firepower. And let's use you for a little bit control. You know what? Let's get a better version. Let's use you for a little bit healing. We have a little bit of control up here. Guys, I do want to say one thing. Don't use this build. This is just mainly because I want to have a little bit of abilities where I'm going to take this thing into combat and just need a little bit of survivability. Now, this is just something I just put up to, you know, just to have a little bit of survivability. So here we go. We're going to go to the Delta Quadrant because we need to take this thing into combat, and we're going to do that with the wanted mission, and that is the Argala Patrol. And that is basically a go-to mission where I usually go to test out ships. Now also do remember to change your power settings for your weapons, shields, engines and auxiliary whenever you're changing your starships. Let's make sure we don't over... so this is the wanted. Why is server not responding? Oh, okay. That's basically because we are downloading stuff, I guess, from cryptic servers. Now, they did bring out a patch today, and also R&D. There is an event going on, Minor Universe. That is also awesome. So you guys take a profit out of that. All of the R&D boxes that you have accumulated in your banks, open them right now because they're going to have a more reward giving out of that. And if you guys should see my bank right now, it's basically full of R&D boxes that you get from doing various missions as a reward, and it's like full. And what is this, a Malon? Yeah, we got the Malons right there. So this is the ship in combat. We have 5 weapons on the front, 3 on the aft, and we're going to do a little bit of less weapon power cost for yourself and allies. So we're going to have a little bit of discount right there. And definitely love that they have put up, where is my evasive numbers? That they actually put the sound of the phasers as well in the game, so you guys can actually hear the phasers going off. And a little bit of firework is always nice. On its own, oh, we got mines. On its own, it's doing really good, to be honest. Triple digits all over the place. I haven't upgraded anything on this thing. Only the shielding have been upgraded. The engine and deflector dish. Nice critical, 22,000. Nice. So keep that in mind if you are looking to buy this thing off the exchange or whatever, or of the Zen store. It is a good ship. Like I said, I basically have the Mark 10, everything standard, no skills in, you know, in my captain abilities, no skills there. And the reason why I do this thing, I take this thing into combat, is because I want to showcase this ship in its full potential. Like if I had this thing and I actually would have equipped the best ships, the best items that I could grab my hands on, this thing is going to be awesome. It's going to do, I don't know, like an immense amount of DPS. And if you guys are going to be like, well, he did so much damage, so the ship is going to be awesome, well, that's just a basic misrepresentation of what this ship is capable of. That is basically a representation of what my captain can do, but not the ship, right? So I have to take something out of the equation, and what I do is I take all of my skills, or at least I haven't done my skills. So this captain you guys are seeing right now is just basically how this ship is going to perform, if that's making sense to anybody. So if I put some decent weapons up there, you know, not everybody has the same resources out there. Not everybody is able to get anything and everything that they want. So that is the main reason why I do all of these representation of these ships to all of you guys, so you guys can, you know, have your own judgment actually to take this thing or not to take this thing based off on what you guys are seeing right here. To be honest, I'm liking it the way it is moving. Turn rate is nice. It's what you should expect from this thing. Let's utilize that special ability on somebody else that is like a little bit higher on health. Like this guy that is basically holding me back. Where is my... Here we go. Give me some hit points. So on this guy, in 3, 2, 1, there we go. Oh crap, he was outside of 5 kilometers. Yeah, I needed to be a little bit closer on that. Crap. Yeah, you just hold them there so I can eject more plasma this guy. Let's see how they like it. How do you like it, Melon, dude? Ooh, dude. Don't want to get... Okay, here we go. So let's wait a little bit. As I am reading this thing, it is a point blank area of effect. So it's kind of need to be real close to your enemy if you want to utilize this thing. Okay, did not know that. You can also utilize this thing, that deconstruction beam. That is obviously real cool to utilize. Let's go the other way because you guys are depleting those shields, or at least those shields facing. Torpedoes, are they gonna miss? 2 of them hit. The third one is still flying, and it's... What? Did that torpedo came back at me? What? Wait a minute. That did not just happen, right? That did not just happen, right? That I fired a torpedo. Ouch. I fired a torpedo. It missed the enemy, and that came back firing at me. Or was that just a very weird visualization bug that I experienced? Okay, so these guys are going to be dead. We're not going to be able to utilize this thing. But there are other enemies right here. Melon. Okay, let's go with that one. Can we get a little bit more healing on our hull? Shields. There we go. So point blank. What does point blank mean? Does it mean you have to be really close to them? Okay, let's go then. Real close. 1 kilometer. Okay, 0 kilometers. Point blank. There we go. Okay, so you guys see a little bit of animation. This guy is like not able to turn because he's under the effects right here. And he's just basically going straight Oh, okay. He can move up and down. Okay. Did not, the toolbar did not say you could do that. Okay, and that's it. Oh, nice. Good. 26,000. Not bad. And that's just basically a torpedo impact. Obviously, that is not from the beams or anything like that. It's basically torpedoes do a lot of damage. So that's obviously nice. And yet let us use that molecular deconstruction beam on this guy. There we go. So his hull is going to be lowered in high numbers. I think it's 3 times 10,000 hit points that are going to be removed from that guy's hull. That's obviously nice to have. Can you go there and just stay there? Nice, nice, not bad at all. So let's call it enough combat for this thing. James T. Kirk, his ship is victorious. And he got to kiss the girl. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. Constitution class, that is the Temporal Light Cruiser. That is a tier 6. And this thing is really awesome to look at. And you guys have seen all of the visuals, customization, bridge officer seatings, all of the statistics on this thing. And it is a beauty, especially if you guys have been like grown up with the original series, James T. Kirk, Spock and McCoy and stuff like that, Scotty, Chekhov, Uhura. Who am I forgetting anybody? I probably am. Sulu. Yeah, Sulu. Yeah, if you guys are, started watching STO or Star Trek from the original series, you definitely need to grab yourself one of these. This thing is really cool to look at. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this little bit of aesthetical review on this thing, and hope to see you on the next one. So for now, take care. Later.